One day, Henry had to go to the wharf to collect Peter Sam because he had broken down. When he arrived, he hooked up to the flatbed. "I don't like going to the repair yard," said Peter Sam. "How about I give you a grand day out," said Henry. "I'll show you things you hadn't seen in the mountains." So Henry didn't took Peter Sam to the repair yard. He gave him a grand day out instead. First, he showed him the fishing village. "It's very nice, but we have a harbor in the mountains," said Peter Sam. "How about I show you Gordon's Hill?" said Henry. When Henry went up the hill, the old Coupling Creek, suddenly, when he got to the top, the coupling snapped. "Help!" called Peter Sam, but it was no good. Peter Sam crashed into the siding. "Oh no," said Henry. "I'm supposed to take you to the repair yard, but I wanted to give you a grand day out. Now look what's happened." Henry felt terrible. Henry's driver recoupled him up to the flatbed. Henry pulled Peter Sam and the flatbed out of the siding, and they head straight to the repair yard. Meanwhile, Henry had to stop to take on water. "Here, Sam, look at the view. It was a beautiful sight." "This is lovely," said Peter Sam. Henry looked left. It was a beautiful sight to see. "It sure is," said Henry. Soon Henry arrived at the repair yard. "I'll wait and take you back," said Henry. "Thank you," said Peter Sam. Once Peter Sam was repaired, Henry took him to see the beach once again. "This is the best grand day out ever," said Peter Sam. Henry smiled. "Well, it's time for you to go home, youngster," said Henry. and Henry took Peter Sam home.